What's up, friend? Question. Hey, are you trying to figure out why you have no money left at the end of the month in your business? Trying to figure out where your profits are at, even though you make so much money? Hey, my name is Chris from Njigha.com, and in this very exciting episode today, I'm gonna share with you some pointers that I learned from this cat named Mike Michalowicz, all right? And his book, Profit First. I actually checked out an interview with Mike Michalowicz where he was talking about this, and I'm gonna share with you his strategy that I think will really work really well for you and show you how to manage your business, cash flow, profits like a boss, all right? I mean, by the end of this, you're gonna figure out a step-by-step, proven, practical strategy that like thousands of businesses are using right now to actually finally see profits in your business. So stick around for that. So hey, welcome back, friend. Hey, if you don't know, this channel is all about empowering you, all right, the home business entrepreneur with the mindset and the online skill sets to get results, make more money, profits, and finally drive the breakthrough that you deserve, all right? So if you got like content like that, hey, give the video a like, consider subscribing to the channel. Hey, and don't forget the bell too, all right? So you can be notified whenever I drop new videos on pretty much how to make money online, business ideas, affiliate marketing, passive income, which is pretty much on a Monday through Friday daily basis right now. All right, so let's get right into it, all right? Like I said, I was checking out this interview by a gentleman by the name of Mike Michalowicz, all right? He is an online businessman. He's built like multiple businesses and has recently, well, probably not recently, he has this book called Profit First, where in his 10-year experience, realized and figured out how to practically be able to start paying himself first and making profits in his business. Despite making millions, he was still struggling. And how, like a lot of us, and I know probably you and myself as well, have these tendencies that keep us from bringing profits and paying ourselves, and how you can change that forever. Managing your cash flow is what it really comes down to. Managing the business cash flow, your business, all right, your business cash flow like a boss and actually making profits. All right, so we're talking about cash flow, right? Managing cash flow, because you know what's interesting is that people think that when at the end of the month, when you've like don't see the profits and you're like, dude, where's the money at? And, you worked hard, you made some revenue, and yet you don't have no profits. Or where you're in a position where, he talked about that, where you had to pay your employees, and then if you have employees and at the end of it, there's like no money left, or you have to pay all your bills and all the debt and there's no money left to pay you, right? That kind of sucks. And he talks about how, in this step-by-step strategy I'm going to share with you, oh, by the way, if you want to learn more about it, his book, Profit First, see the description below. We'll show you his step-by-step strategy. We'll show you exactly how you can do it. It's very simple, but extremely powerful. You can implement it too, even if you're like, doesn't matter if you're like a Fortune 500 business and you got like hundreds of employees, or if you're a solo entrepreneur. This works really, really well, all right? And so the interesting thing is that if you're struggling trying to figure out where money is at every month, man, you actually, people will probably think, well, it's probably because I need to make more money, right? And here's the thing, making more money is just one part of the equation. Check it out, right? I remember reading T. Harv Eker's book, Millionaire Mind, and he talks about there's actually three different elements. There's three elements, right? It's making money, which is good. We want to make money, right? You want to make money, right? Because that's how you feed the system, but that's just one. Second thing you could do, that you need to do, is learn how to what? Keep your money, right? If you can't figure out how to keep your money, doesn't matter how much money you make, right? You're always gonna have struggle. Doctors that like make hundreds of thousands and yet they're broke at the end of the month. Entrepreneurs who make millions and yet they still gonna find the money at the end of the month, no profits. This is exactly what we're talking about, managing your cash flow. Managing your cash flow means you figuring out how to keep your money, all right? And then of course, the third thing he says is that, you gotta be able to learn how to invest money, all right? And these are three ways you build wealth, you manage your business cash flow, all right? And so here's a system that he talks about. It's a very simple system, right? And it's based on this. It's based on the very fact of what's called Parkinsons Law, right? So if you've ever heard Parkinson's Law basically says that whatever amount of time you give to something, right, the activity that you're doing is going to expand to fill that time, right? Like if you give yourself an hour to do your book report, you're going to take that whole hour to do that book report. But if you gave yourself only 15 minutes to do it, you would somehow find a way to squeeze it in, creatively figure out how to do it in 15 minutes, right? That's a law. So he talks about this, right? If you're the kind of person that manages your cash flow by simply doing what he called, it's called bank balance checking. So you basically log into your checking account, and then you see how much you have in there. And if your checking account has money in there, right, whatever amount of money is in there, then that's how much money you have to spend on whatever you want for your business, right? And like basically that's like the accountant's way of saying that you're gonna like fail, because whatever money you have in there doesn't necessarily reflect where your business is at, right? The cash flow that your business actually has. So he says, well, guess what? You can just take advantage of it. Here's how you take advantage of the fact that you're always just gonna check your checking account, right? Here's what you do, step by step. Step one, to managing your business cash flow like a boss, like my boy Mike Michalowicz says, is to create 5 separate accounts. All right? So you're gonna create 5 separate accounts. So there's literally 5 different bank accounts. So you'll probably have you can have a bank account here. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Yeah? Your first bank account is gonna be basically the deposit account. This is the one where whatever money you got coming in, whatever cash flow you got coming in from your business or whatever, that's where it goes. It goes down in here and it just feeds into here. Everything, like all the profits, all the money, all the sources of revenue feeds into here, right? And this is where it all collects, right? And so once that happens though, you're gonna have a separate account that's gonna be called the profits account. All right, this account, this separate bank account, that's the profits account, is strictly designed to pay the profit, to collect profits and pay the shareholders, right? Because like he described, if you think about it, most companies, right? Most companies have what's called a dividend. It's basically a distribution that they give to shareholders in the company just for holding the stock, right? Which is why I love collecting dividend stocks. It's like a form of passive income. Every 3 months, they're gonna pay you just for you holding their stock, right? The more shares you have, the more they pay you. It's crazy, right? So essentially, it's what's happening here. If you're ownership in the company, then you should get paid, dude, right? And so you put a certain percentage from the main deposit goes into the profit, right? Because the beauty about it like this is that you want to make sure that you don't spend money straight from this account. Because it's kind of like what he said in Parkinson's Law, is that if you see so much money here, you're gonna want to spend it all, right? If you have like a bowl of, like I think you talk about, you know, like my little boy, he has a bowl of cereal. If I give him a huge bowl of cereal that's my size, that little boy, even though he's 4 years old, is gonna eat that whole bowl of cereal. He's gonna eat it all because it's right there in front of him, right? But if I give him a smaller serving, he's gonna eat that and be satisfied with it. Right? It's fascinating. So the idea is that we don't want to keep all that money in here, because if you see all that money in it, you don't want to spend it all, right? So what you do is then you take it and you put it into the separate accounts. Then the first account is a profit account. That's for sharing profits with the profit shareholders, all right? The second one is the owner's account. All right, because you know, if you're the owner, whoever the owner is probably the one that's working the hardest in that business. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be me, right? If you're a solo entrepreneur, this is you. You should pay yourself because you work hard. Nobody can do the work for the business like you can, right? So you should pay yourself. So money goes here too. The next account is called the taxes, or actually I should put it right here, taxes, right? Because seriously, you gotta pay Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam ain't playing around with you, all right? Ask Wesley Snipes, all right? He ain't playing around with you. You gotta pay the taxes. And every year you know it's coming, and people kind of like get into this place where they're like all losing their minds and stressed out because they have to find the money to do it. Well, all the while, your business should be paying the taxes for you. You shouldn't be stressing out, you know what I'm saying? And so you got to put a percentage into taxes. And then finally, you have an account that's called operating expenses. In other words, this is the account you come to when you want to figure out whether or not you want to spend some money on your business. All right? This is the one you come to, and you put probably the majority of your funds will go into here, right? That's paying for your expenses. Ta-da! All done. All done. That was step 1, create the 5 accounts. Step 2 is basically to like distribute the funds into the individual accounts. And step 3, hold yourself accountable to it. Hold yourself accountable to the system. And you know what's crazy about it too, though, is that this is legit. This actually makes a whole lot of sense to me, right? Because hey, we actually do this in our personal, finances as well. We'll have a separate account, a joint account, me and my wife, that brings in the funds from what we do from our work and our other separate deals. And then we'll split it up into different savings, right? Maybe she wants to save for that trip, to Jamaica or whatever, right? Well, we save for it. And it goes automatically, a percentage goes there. Or we want to save for the little boys. We want to do something for the little ones. We go save for it, put it in a separate account. We do something for it that's just for us, separate for us, right? And you just separate, and then education, right? You have a separate fund for your education and your learning or whatever, right? It's the same thing, and it makes sense. So that you don't come here looking to spend all your money, but you automatically set the distributions. If you're good, and you go to your bank, by the way, you should be able to set it up with your bank so that they don't charge you for having separate accounts. And like he said, if they charge you, pretty much you can like ask them to just waive it. You're like, hey, listen, I want this waived. I learned that from my boy Ramit Sethi in his book, I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. I'll leave the link for the description below and that too. It's a great book for like helping you get your personal finances. And he's all about that too. He's like, hey, if the banks try to charge you something, I'm not paying that. We've been, he has a whole script on it, and I want it waived, right? And you don't even blink an eye. I want that fee waived, right? And so you can do the same thing too. Create 5 accounts. If they don't waive it, go find another bank. Simple as that. Find another bank, because another bank will do it for you. And if you're good, you can be like my boy Ramit Sethi and have it automatically done for you. Like you can set up the account so that it's automatically takes out a certain amount and boom, boom, boom. But some people recommend, like T. Harv Eker, he'll recommend that you actually do it manually yourself, because there's something about the habit of taking the money and distributing it, creating the habit of distribution of your money and giving yourself profits, paying yourself. It's something about that you might want to consider. So that's it, my friend. That right there is it's a simple step process, right, of how to manage your business cash flow like a boss. All right. And I mean, this is straight from Mike Michalowicz's book, Profit First, paying yourself first because you deserve it. All right. And if you want to learn more about that, hey, check out the book. I'll leave the link in the description below. All right. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Hope that was helpful. Hey, did you learn something? Can you implement this? I think it's pretty simple. Definitely very implementable, right? We already do kind of something like this already. We could easily implement the same thing, all right? So if you enjoyed it, you thought that was helpful, hey, give the video a like, all right? Consider subscribing to the channel, all right? Hey, if you want more content like this, hey, subscribe to the channel right up here, all right? You see that? Oh yeah, subscribe up there. And hey, you want more videos, more content about how to make money online, how to increase your business cash flow profits and make money, hey, check out this video right here. I think you might enjoy it, all right? So that's it, my friend. Till the next exciting episode, you be blessed. Stay hungry out there. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.